Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us again this week for a cup of tea and a chat. I'm Vanessa Alldredge, and this is my sister wife, Sharis.
Hello and welcome. So tonight we thought we would do a Q&A. We've had quite a few questions left in our comment sections, and thank you for that. And we thought it was time to address some of these things. So first and foremost, we're going to start with this comment. Lemon Zinger is my go-to.
Thanks for the suggestion, because that's what we're drinking.
Yes, that's a good one.
It's really great with like fresh lemon squeezed in to bring out those really lemony, bright notes.
Yep, just enhances
I'm
it.
just a sucker for like all things lemon.
That's true. So yes, Lemon Zinger is my go-to. We agree it's a nice one, and you guys should give it a try. All right, the next one. Question: why don't you wear wedding rings?
That's an interesting question. That's funny because I forget that I don't wear one. Short answer for me is every time I get pregnant, my fingers swell and they never fit. So I've just gotten out of the habit of wearing mine.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't fit. So honestly, and then Jeff doesn't wear his either, and you don't wear yours for various reasons, and so it's kind of not a big thing for us.
No, not
I know that
really.
it's symbolic. I know that it tells the rest of the world. It's a symbol. You know, I am married. I'm spoken for. And it's a lovely symbol. But when they don't fit on your fingers, and I'm not a really big ring person anyway.
Yeah.
Why don't you wear
yours? It's hard
yours?
to be a big ring person when your hands are constantly in dishwater or bread dough or stuff like that.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
I don't wear mine for two reasons. One, my skin is very sensitive
That's
to
true.
metals.
Yeah.
And so if I wear a ring for too long, my fingers just get red and rashy. I can only do necklaces and earrings for so long before it just gets bad.
Yeah, you have metal allergies. So.
Yeah, even the little metal part on the back of like the snap on your jeans. If I wear a belt that forces that to rub up against my skin,
Interesting.
I'll get a little rash and itchy on my stomach. So I just try to avoid metal on my skin. So that's the biggest reason why I don't wear mine. I did unfortunately lose my original ring.
Oh, sad.
When Daniel was a baby. I took it off so I could nurse him and not, stab him in the face. And I put it in my pocket. And that was the last time I saw it.
Oh, so
and
sad.
I happened to be up in a mountain on a family reunion, and so it wasn't like scour the house, find it.
Yeah,
It was
you may have like literally lost it
no,
in the dirt.
it's gone. It's gone.
Oh.
So I mean, I have a replacement now, but still, it's like I rarely wear it, and it's just not a big deal to me anymore.
Yeah, I think we've kind of all, for various reasons, have stopped wearing. And Jeff doesn't wear his for the same reason a lot of men don't wear those who work in construction or anything that is close to machinery, because it's actually quite dangerous. You can lose a finger.
Yeah.
So many men, even my dad, he almost never wore his wedding ring. It was always in a box in his drawer because it's dangerous. So, yeah, it's not like a statement. It's just kind of a thing that we've kind of drifted away from accidentally, and it's not a big deal to each of us. And so, yeah.
Yep.
Plus, I don't know, any of you who understand what it's like to have a raised setting on your ring, and scratching yourself and your children, it is so awful. Luckily, I do have a band that's flat.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's a pretty common problem. I know a lot of women who don't like to wear their bigger rings because they do scratch their babies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why.
Yep. Good question, though. Thank you. All right. This next question. What kind of things do you ladies like to make for dinner? Depends on the day.
I like it when Sharis makes dinner.
Likewise.
No, I think our philosophy when it comes to cooking for our family is we try to make as much from scratch as possible. It takes a lot of work. Thankfully, there's two of us, but like in the colder months, we do a lot of soups.
Love soups.
So that way, it's a really good way to pack in nutrition to the kids, because we make our own bone broth, and we have our own homegrown meats, and some vegetables that we grow, but I don't know. It's limited.
Yeah.
We're not that great of gardeners
No,
yet.
we're trying, but we do not grow all of our own vegetables yet.
Yeah. But, yeah, so we love to do scratch cooking. Sharis makes all the sourdough, all the bread for our family.
Yeah.
And we try to keep as much of it sourdough as possible, so it's cultured grains. And we have an abundance of goat's milk and dairy products. And my sister who lives nearby, she also has sheep. And so they often share their sheep produce. Is that what you call it? Produce?
Sheep dairy products.
Products. Yeah. So my sister makes a lot of homemade cheeses and yogurts.
Yeah,
so,
we have a huge stock pot that, 5 gallons? We'll make 5 gallons worth of goat yogurt at a time, and the kids just love to sweeten that up and just drink it all day long.
Yeah.
So yeah, we like to make lots of things for dinner, and just try to keep it as nutritious and as nutritious as we can. We're not perfect.
I have to confess, I did make macaroni and cheese last week.
The kids loved it.
I know. It's kind of, I guess it's that 80-20 rule. You aim for 80% that's as nutrient dense as you can, and then the rest is you know what? We gotta live.
Yep.
But yeah, we do. We do a lot of big batch
Scratch.
cooking and scratch cooking. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So, okay, excellent question. All right. Now, here's an interesting one. How do you handle finances? One bank account with everyone on it? I saw on Facebook each mom buys presents for their kids for Christmas, for example.
Well, I think every family obviously is going to do it their own way. We basically have one family account.
Yeah.
And then you and I have separate individual accounts for whatever we need that for, privacy, or just general. But our family budget is very transparent. So Sharis generally runs the budget.
Yeah.
I did that a couple years ago, and then I was very happy to pass the baton to Sharis, and she's doing really great.
Oh, thank you.
She just keeps on top of things and keeps Jeff and myself in the loop as to what's going on. And so we have a nice combination of family stuff and personal.
Joint account and then personal accounts.
Yeah.
So we're a family. We know what goes on, but sometimes it is nice to have a little need, that the ability to have privacy.
Yeah,
because
because
private accounts.
I don't need to know everything you do with your money and vice versa. And I think that's important to have kind of that autonomy.
Yeah.
As far as Christmas goes, I feel like every year is a little different.
A little different.
But generally we have a budget for Christmas, and then usually Sharis will shop for her kids and I'll shop for mine because I know what they need.
Yeah.
And then the kids do a siblings gift exchange, so they'll draw names and each of them gets to buy a gift from one of the others. And then I think
that's the highlight of Christmas for us and them. They absolutely love that.
They do. It's really fun. And then the older kids, as they start making more money, it's fun to watch them kind of step into this gift-giving role where they can go out and buy presents for the littler kids, and it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, I remember when I first came into the family, I was aware of the family bank account, but I didn't have immediate unlimited access to it. And I bring that up because another family actually asked me a question about this a couple of years ago. They were bringing in a new wife and wanted to know, what would you guys do? Should we hand her a debit card to the bank account, or what do you guys do? And when I came in, I wasn't given a debit card right away, not because they didn't trust me or anything like that, but because I was not up to speed of all the inner workings of the family and when all the bills were due and how much this had to get paid for this, how much had to get set aside for this. And so I don't feel like that was wrong. I mean, I still had access to everything I needed. And over time, as I was like, okay, now I understand, and here's how much the electricity is, here's how much internet is, all those little fine details that was like, okay, now here's my debit card. I understand what's going on. And now it's completely flipped. I'm in charge of the account and make sure all the bills get paid on time. So, yeah, every family's different, and it's okay to do different things at different stages.
That's true. Because what works right now might be different in a year, or 2 years, or 5 years.
Yeah.
And you just have to readjust all the time.
Yeah. So
that's a good question.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right, here's another fun one. Have you tried a white tea, Russian smoked tea, and do you grow any of your own herbal teas?
Yes, sort of. We have tried several white teas. They're very lovely and delicate.
That's a good way to describe them.
Yeah, and so we'll probably have some in some of these upcoming weeks. Summer is a good time for white teas too.
Yeah.
And then the Russian smoked teas, yes, we've done a few of those. I remember the first time I ever tried one. It was called Russian Caravan, I had no idea it was so smoky. I didn't realize they smoked the tea leaves.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I can only drink this when it's snowing outside.
Yeah.
It's like a fireplace in a cup. It's very lovely, but kind of intense.
Yeah.
And some people don't do smoke well. So you'd have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting and quite lovely in the
Yeah.
right setting.
Yeah, I would not do it in the middle of summer. Not at all.
No.
So-
Well, I might, but it
don't
screams of fall and winter to me.
I guess we could try it iced sometime and just see.
Ooh, I don't know. Iced smoke.
Iced
sounds
smoke.
kind of gross.
Yeah.
But
We could try it, see what happens.
yeah.
I've been actually shocked. Some of these teas that we have, I'm so accustomed to drinking them warm that when we try it iced, I'm like, oh, wow, I had no idea.
Some of them are better iced. Yeah.
So who knows?
I kind of don't think that'll be the case with any of the smoked
Most likely
teas.
not,
But I don't
there's
know.
no harm in trying.
Yeah, we can try. But do we grow any of our own? Okay, so we grow mint.
And pine needles.
We wildcraft some things like pine. I don't know if you've ever tried pine needle tea. It's kind of citrusy. It's really interesting. It's good.
Yeah.
It's got high vitamin C in it.
Vitamin C,
Yeah.
to quote Bear Grylls, high in vitamin C.
That's true. We've gathered, what do they call that, Brigham tea in Utah. It's a plant. We've gathered wild rose hips and made tea out of those. Those are kind of good.
Yeah.
They got kind of a little bit of a tartness to them.
Yeah, I would love to have a whole garden that's just for tea.
Yeah, well,
And floral arrangements
okay,
on
we
the
got to get
table.
specific. When we're talking about herbal tea, there is no tea in herbal tea. It's just herbs, and it's like an infusion or a tisane, depending on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah, there's actually a specific plant. It's called tea.
Yeah.
So,
But yes,
herbal infusion.
yeah, we haven't tried to grow a lot of our own. Kind of back to the point that we made much earlier. We aren't really good at gardening yet. We're trying. And
Yeah.
actually my tomatoes look amazing this year. And the squash usually do great. But that's kind of where our expertise ends. Actually,
Yeah, your herb pots are doing amazing.
I have done herb pots this year. And they are so lovely.
Yeah.
I've never really tried that. But I got a bunch of basil. What do I have? Basil, chives. I have Thai basil and a Greek basil. And what else? Rosemary,
have sage?
mint, sage, tarragon, dill. That came up volunteer in the garden. I didn't have to plant it. And,
And a couple.
oregano and thyme.
Yeah. Staples.
Yeah. And honestly, my favorite thing is I go out. I've learned how to prune them right, which helps them to grow. And I love chopping up the fresh herbs, and I just toss that in a little lemon juice and olive oil, or like a nice vinegar and olive oil, and I just put that on salads or vegetables. I could eat it every single day.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And actually, a couple years ago, I grew a whole bunch of garlic over the winter.
That's true.
And I harvested it and dehydrated it and ground it up, and we're still using that homegrown.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Granulated garlic.
I tell you though, that was a smelly process.
Yes, it was.
Dehydrating
so
garlic.
much garlic.
But it was worth it now.
Yeah, and it's so potent. I actually had my mom came up to visit a couple. Last week ago. Yeah, a week ago. And she was cooking, and she was like, "Where's your garlic?" And I pulled out the container because it looks like cinnamon. It's the color of cinnamon. And she took the lid off and went to put it in. She's like, "Whoa, that just smells so strong." I was like, "Yeah, you only need a little bit." So it's good stuff.
It is.
I want to have more time for a garden and get better at it, but it's just not.
We're working at it, but it is slow. You can't do everything. Even two of us can't do everything.
Yeah, it's true. All right. Next question. How far is the grocery store, and what do you all do for fun with and without the children?
Grocery store is about 5 minutes away. We have two in town.
They're very small, but they are
Yes.
there.
We have bigger grocery stores about an hour away in, we'll call it Bunny Town. It's quite actually a funny story. I'll let you tell the story because it was your son.
Oh, yeah. When we first moved up here to South Dakota, we live about an hour away from Rapid City, and we were getting ready to drive in one day, and my son, I think it was Dalinar, he asked, "Mom, how far away is Bunnytown?" We're like, "Bunnytown? What's Bunnytown?" And he thought we'd been saying Rabbit City.
Yeah.
And so now we just it's Bunnytown
Yeah.
to us. We shop in Bunnytown. They have a Sam's Club and a Walmart in Bunnytown. So
It's pretty cute.
yeah.
But yeah, that one's a little further away. So we'll go there for bigger grocery shops and
Yeah.
get more supplies. But
Yeah.
what do we do for fun?
This. We drink tea and we talk.
Oh, that is true. Like, seriously, that's kind of our go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's just you and I. My sister lives close by, and every week we get together for tea.
Yeah.
And we alternate at each other's houses. She'll host, and then we host, and it goes back and forth. But it's been really fun. We started that tradition when my grandmother lived with my sister, and she just needed that social, and it gave her something to look forward to. So we started meeting together for tea for Grandma, and then Grandma has since passed away. Was it this year? Yeah, this year. But we still keep the tradition alive. So every week we have tea. And now our daughters are growing up, and they're joining us now, and it's so fun.
Yeah.
They're starting to learn how to host, how to plan a menu, how to set the table. Yeah.
How to make things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Misty's like, Mom, please teach me how to make scones. Like, I can make scones. That's fine.
Yeah. So it's so fun. So we do that weekly. Some of the older girls join us, but not all the kids.
Yeah.
They want to, but just eat the food because it's always amazing.
Yeah. Oh gosh, the food is so good.
Yeah.
So good. Creme brulees and charlottes and.
Yeah.
We'll have to start sharing some of those.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, we do that. With the kids, we generally do things like we'll take them swimming a lot.
All the kids love swimming, whether it's the pool or the lake. All the kids just love to swim.
Yeah, anytime they want to jump in the water.
Yeah.
And so we do a lot of that.
Yeah, some of those kids spend more time under the water than they do above
True.
it. And it's so terrifying. I'll be scanning the pool and where are they? And they'll see a head bob up and go back down again. And it's like, they'll surface in a few more minutes. Just please surface.
Yeah.
They have too much fun in the water.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll do like family movie nights. Mm-hmm. The kids like that.
It's getting trickier though. If anybody has families with a wide age range of children, it's hard to pick something that satisfies everyone.
Yeah.
So we've done less of that just because it's harder.
Yeah, it's like my 4-year-old and my 14-year-old. It's like, what do you guys want to watch?
Not the same things.
Yeah. Like, sorry, Chloe shouldn't watch that. And come on, Daniel, what's wrong with Paw Patrol? It's cool. So we do like a hot dog roast and marshmallow roast and stuff outside during the summer.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll read in the evenings. Jeff will start a book with the kids and read out loud for a while.
Yeah. Going on walks. I don't know.
Yeah, it just kind of changes seasonally.
We're not super high maintenance when it comes to that.
No.
Just kind of easy going.
Yeah. I personally love poking my teenager and then running. That's fun.
Yeah, you've started a whole thing with all the teenagers that way.
I know, it's fun.
I just stand back, give them some space. Try not to get
run
run over.
through the house. Boop. Okay, let's see. Next question. Okay. This actually, I think, it's the last question I have on the docket for tonight. We've actually had a couple people ask about this. They want to know our thoughts on the Browns, on Sister Wives from TLC.
Yeah. That's kind of a tricky one. In general, these are people who we know and who we love. They're real people to us. And, if people ask us about their lives and then goings on, it's like, I don't know the inner workings of their family. Mm-hmm. You have to be really careful how you look at somebody. I mean, I'm sure we've all been in situations where you've been maybe in a conflict with somebody and people are looking at it from the outside and you're like, you have no clue, like what led up to this, all the small things that lead up to these big decisions. And so in the case of the Browns, they're in a situation where a lot of what the public sees has been curated for an audience.
Yeah.
And so it's not really an objective viewpoint.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah, and it's such a small piece of the overall picture.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's hard to get a full story in any scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, you've probably seen those pictures of, like, the icebergs where just what you can see above the water is just the tip of the iceberg. And,
right.
And what's really going on underneath, it can be massive and very much misunderstood and just not out there for the world to see.
Yeah. So I would say, I mean, I can't say personally, I don't know that I could take a stand or really have too big of an opinion. I know so many of the individuals and like I said, I love each of them.
I think the breakup of any family is sad.
Yep.
And so that's very heartbreaking. but beyond that, it's again, we don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's
Yeah.
hard to
Well, not really.
pass judgment.
Right, we're not qualified to make a judgment in this area. And so, yeah, I think we should all just be very careful how we judge situations. And especially people who are in a public light.
Yeah.
Just understand that you do not know everything that's going on in their life, even if you do have a glimpse in.
Yeah.
And so we just have to be really careful and really gracious.
Yeah.
And, let them live their lives and hope the best for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for all of those questions. This was
great.
fun. Yeah, we should do another one.
Yeah, feel free. If you want more questions, put them in the comments. We'll try to address as many of them as we can. And we hope you'll join us again next week.
Yes, thank you, everybody.